Hey guys, my name is Mike at Filmboy24. Today, we're back at it again with Found Film episode number 22. I have to do something special for episode 24. I don't know. We're looking at a 16mm magazine cartridge, 50 feet, that was sent in by a viewer. Any images? Yeah, I think so. Well, if you're not new to my channel, you know what this kind of episode is all about. It's where we take an old roll of film that was shot presumably many years ago. We process it and showcase it live right here on my channel. Well, in this particular case, this roll of film was sent to me by a viewer, Ivan in Los Angeles, California. Now, it was fully exposed when he got it. Don't really know where it originated from. He got it in a camera that he bought. He likes to buy and collect cameras. So he sent it to me to see if maybe we could get an image out of it. Now I will say, full disclosure, I actually have processed this roll already. Most of my found film episodes I actually process while I'm shooting this video, so we kind of are excited together. I didn't do that on this roll. I thought this one was a really old, interesting roll. And so I decided to go ahead and process it and not bore you with the back and forth. I'm going to go load, I'm going to do this. I'll bore you with that later. This magazine does have the stamp on the bottom here. This magazine is property of the U.S. government. Settle down. Not anymore. Okay? U.S. government does sell things from time to time. It's a very old magazine. Wasn't positive if it was going to be Kodachrome, because in a lot of cases they shot old Kodachrome in these magazines, and I have no luck with Kodachrome usually, especially the older stuff. Newer stuff like from the 90s and the early 2000s, yeah, if I shoot it myself, I have pretty good luck with it. In this case, I wanted to find out and make sure actually that this was not Kodachrome. So the first thing I did was take that cartridge into my darkroom and pull the film out of it and put it in a black bag. Now this black bag, I get these online and they're not completely light proof, so I roll it up and then I put this one in another one, and then I can work with it later if I want. But what I did was I cut a couple of strips off the end of it. The best way to find out instantly if it's Kodachrome is cut a strip off, turn on the warm water wherever you're at, and hold this under the warm water and rub it with your hands a little bit. And you could do this in the daylight, actually, once you've got everything secured. And then see if there's some remjet coming off. If there's remjet, it's Kodachrome from back in the day. That's 99% of the time, that's what's going to be. Well, I did just that. I got no remjet. Yay, it wasn't Kodachrome. And it kind of had that black and white stock look to it, that sort of a more gray emulsion side to it. Kodachrome typically has more of a brown look to it. So I was kind of excited when I saw that. The second thing I did was I have this particular strip that I kept in the dark, and I kept it in this bag actually, and this was right off the last portion of the film that was exposed. So I did a 3, 5, and 7 minute test in HC110B. That's a developer, made by Kodak. And just to kind of see where I'm at, because I still don't know what film this is. It's probably like an old Super X film. So, or maybe it may be some double X, or maybe it was I wasn't positive. I'm still not positive. All I know now is it's safety film. And I did get images, and I got somewhere in the 5-minute range looked the best to me. So that's what I did. I processed this entire roll of film yesterday for 5 minutes in HC110B formula at about 67.5 degrees Fahrenheit. I rinsed it with plain cold tap water to kind of stop it, and then I fixed it for about 7 minutes in the same temp, Kodak standard powder fixer, for about 7 minutes. And we got images. Now, they're very rough. It's foggy. The spider webbing cracking looks. It's a rough image, but it's an image, and everyone's going to be able to tell what it is. I do believe it was military related. That's all I'm going to say. Before I show you the film, I do want to share one quick update or one quick upcoming. If you didn't watch my video on my Morse G3 processing tank, I had a lot of fun using that. It's very labor intensive. A couple people had mentioned, how about color film? Can you do like modern stocks in the Morse tank? Well, I don't think that's what it was designed for. However, I think I'm going to give it a go. The toughest part is going to be removing the rim jet from the Vision stocks. So I loaded up, you can't see it, it's right off camera, but I did load up my Super 16 K3 with some Vision 2. I have tons and tons of rolls, 100-foot rolls of Vision 2, 250D film. I'm going to take it outside and just shoot the roll of trees and squirrels and just junk, because I want to see if there's any chance that we can sort of modify some times and movements and use it in my Morse G3 tank and get, and use ECN2 in my Morse G3. I'm going to try to submerge it a little bit in the temperature controlled water. Anyway, I just want to let you know what's coming. I will be shooting that in the next day or two, and probably will be after the new year, but we'll have that video coming out. I have another video coming out with some sound ectochrome that I processed in color, the 160 type film. And I'll get to that. I don't know if that's coming before this video or after this video, but by now you already know. Anyway, I loaded this film into my UPB-1A tank here. If you're not familiar with what these tanks are capable of doing or how to load one, I'll put a link to that somewhere up here in the corner. Check it out if you'd like. But without, too much more of what I do best, gab, 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 let me show you this film. We'll be right back and talk about it. Well, there you have it. So I will say this. There is an edge code. Kodak puts symbols, or in some cases just the year for the newer stocks, but they would put symbols on the edge, one edge of the film, I don't know, every 2 to 3 feet, and that would sort of denote, at least give you some clue of when this particular roll of film was manufactured. Now, they repeated this like every 20 years back in the day. I have to be totally honest, I'm not sure if this roll of film, the edge code was a pyramid. That is 1938, 1958, or 1978 that this roll of film was processed. Now, based on the planes well, that's just planes, but based on the planes, I'm hoping somebody can give me some insight as to what you think. My first guess is that this was probably manufactured in 1938, meaning that film may have been shot somewhere in the very late 30s, early 40s. I'm hoping that's what it is, but I'm probably wrong. Maybe someone out there, if you know what those planes are, you see those ones at the hangar with the wings folded up. I don't know military-style planes. I know some of you do. Tell me what you think those are. Tell me the era that you think those are in. We know it's 38 or 58 when this film was manufactured, and I'd like to know when. If you recognize the air base or the airport, which I know is going to be tough, the film itself, Ivan actually got this film and sent it to me from Los Angeles. I don't know if that's where he got it. Maybe he can chime in, give us a little more, to go on. And the last thing I'll say is if you have an old cartridge of film like this that's been fully or mostly fully exposed, 16 millimeter or Super 8 or even 8 millimeter, they had cartridges of film. If you have one that's fully exposed, like I said, or partially, and you're curious of what might be on it, if it's a roll of found film, I'm not interested in the film that you just shot. If you want to send that to me, I have to charge you for it to process it. But if you have an old roll, send it to me or email me. My email address is on my About Me page. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you have. Let's work something out. I love processing old found film. I would rather process it and show it to the world than throw it away and show it to no one. I think it deserves the attention that it originally needed or wanted. Let's bring them out to the world. Let's showcase them. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like this, I need you to do me a huge favor. It costs nothing. It's free for you. It helps this channel more than you know. That's it. Tap the like button for me. Do me a favor, if you would. Mean a lot to me. Subscribe if you like this content. Don't subscribe just because you feel guilty. Please don't feel guilty. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. Hit the bell notification so that you are fully aware every time this film nerd releases a brand new video. Settle down. And until the very next time that I see each and every one of you stunningly beautiful people, you know it's coming. Head bob and all, I'll see all of you on the very next go-around.